Hey, welcome to the Make Your Product in China video series, and I'm Jing, the founder of Jing Sourcing. In every single video, I will show you how to make a product in Chinese manufacturer from just ideas. And today, I'm going to show you how to customize your design hoodies and t-shirt in China with very low price but very good quality. Just like other companies, for the past 2 years, we also made some t-shirt for our colleagues, and this is the one we made in 2017. We just simply put our logo on the t-shirt, and this is what we made for the last year, and obviously the last one looks better than this one. Then I find the problem is that a lot of my colleagues, they don't like wearing these t-shirts because they think it's too commercial. It's something like an advertisement for the company. They don't like wearing the same color, the same design t-shirt with other people, and that's why they don't like wear it in their daily life. It's really true that no matter in your country or even in China, if you want to customize your own design hoodies, you have to go to some custom hoodie suppliers. And what they can do is just help you simply print your design on the hoodies. So hoodies from those companies, so it looks pretty much the same. The cut is not so good. The feeling of the textile is not so good. They definitely cannot compare with the hoodies you buy from the shopping mall, but you still need to pay at least $30. That's why I'm wondering that why not just buy some nice hoodies, and our colleagues can choose the type of hoodie and the color and also the Jing Sourcing logo design that they like. So just make their hoodies different from other people. Make these hoodies looks like those selling $50 in shopping mall, but I know we can make it way much less than $15. If you want to get the lowest price for hoodies, you have to reach out to manufacturers. But for most manufacturers in China, they will require around 200 pieces for any type of clothes. But for my company, we only have like 50 people, and we also want to get as many colors as possible. So we have to think about purchasing hoodies from wholesale markets, even though the price is almost like 50% higher than manufacturers. But the good thing is there will be more options in wholesale markets. Our company is based in Yiwu, China, and we have the world's largest wholesale market. And there is a closed wholesale market around 3 kilometers away from our office. So I want to go there to have a look to see if we can find some nice hoodies, and we purchase back, then find a clothing manufacturer to help us to customize different type of design on the hoodies. If you want to come to China to purchase clothes, I still strongly recommend you go to Guangzhou because Guangzhou has the world's largest clothing wholesale markets. Besides Guangzhou, Hangzhou is also a very important city for wholesaling clothes. So if we cannot find something good in Yiwu, and we will go to Hangzhou for check. After working around 20 minutes inside wholesale market, I realized I made a huge mistake. The hoodie season is over because it's April. Most suppliers inside the wholesale market, they are starting selling clothes for the summer, like t-shirts. So if you want to come to China to purchasing clothes, just remember you need to be here at least one season in advance. I have to go to our previous supplier inside this wholesale market who helped us make some promotional t-shirts before, and I want to see if they have some nice hoodies available for customization. They do have some hoodie manufacturers that working together with, but they just looks like a very regular promotional hoodie, and my colleagues won't like them. Even though it's very cheap, only like $7 each, it was very interesting that when I was talking with our suppliers, there comes two people from Afghanistan, and they are looking for a very cheap sweatshirt for their local middle school. So I act as an interpreter at the moment because our supplier cannot speak English. I spent around 3 hours to visit all booths that has hoodies displayed, and I only found several hoodies that looks good, but they don't have sizes available for all my colleagues. So I only purchased 10 pieces of what are the size that they have. So I have to give up the whole plan of purchasing hoodies and change it to t-shirts instead. As I have mentioned that Yiwu is not a very good place in China for wholesaling clothes. So I decided to drive 100 kilometers away to Hangzhou. It has over 20 clothing wholesale markets. We choose to visit a wholesale market called Hoodie International because it's considered as the best men's clothing wholesale market in east part of China. In most clothing wholesale markets in China, when you ask about the price, the supplier usually will tell you that you are going to buy one piece or you are buying in bulk. Because if you say you are buying in bulk, they will give you the wholesale price. Usually a t-shirt will cost you like 40 RMB. But you have to order like 10 or 20 pieces. Even though you order over the 100 pieces for the same t-shirt, the discount they can offer you is still very low, like maybe only 5%. But if you want to buy just one piece for yourself, they will give you the retail price, which is around 100 RMB for one t-shirt.
纯棉的话会变形，这种手感上面感觉是吗？对，手感侧身上看的话也会较力量。发现就是还行的话，基本上在50左右。我们那边最低都是最低50。因为衣服虽然说70、80也有，但是说实话，我们的品质肯定会比它的好。
After staying 3 hours in this wholesale market, finally purchased some t-shirt samples from 3 suppliers with different color and sizes. I bring all this t-shirt back to the office, let my colleagues to choose the color they like, the type of t-shirt they like, and they can also wear it to see if the size fits them. Here is a very important thing when you purchasing clothes from China, no matter it's from wholesale supplier or from manufacturer, is the size. Because the clothes size from different manufacturers could be quite different. Chinese manufacturers usually offer sizes from S to XXL, but they will be much smaller than the size that you use in Western countries. So you have to order samples of all sizes from suppliers, and then you need to redefine the final size for all your clothes according to your people's height and weight. After writing down all our team members' preference on the color, the type of t-shirt, and the size, we start with how to put our company logo on the t-shirt and try to make it look not like a company's t-shirt. Our designer and me browse around 100 different types of the t-shirt design on internet, and finally we choose to use the silk screen, embroidery letters, and the embroidered patch because these 3 methods are the most common used and the cheapest processing way for t-shirt designs. We built a page on our website to let our colleagues to view all colors and the design available for customizing their t-shirts. After getting the result of their preference, we need to find a manufacturer to process all the designs on our t-shirts. I realized one of my friends is doing private label fashion clothes business for a couple of years. So I reached out to her and she introduced a couple of manufacturers that can help me with these 3 processing methods. This is my friend Tao. He has a studio that's selling clothes mainly for ladies. So all her clothes are private labeled by herself. She has several manufacturers that working together for quite a long time. So let's check out one of the manufacturers to see if they can put our logo on t-shirt and also the hoodies. For these 3 design processing methods, we only have like 30 t-shirts for each one. So this number is much smaller than the MOQ required by most manufacturers. But the good thing is the manufacturer introduced by my friend, they are willing to do us a favor. Firstly, we went to a small clothing workshop and they will help us to make the embroidery patch logo. This is the hoodie they made in this small workshop. There are 2 guys, they are making the coat for the winter. But a lot of clothing manufacturers, they start to prepare clothes for the winter during summer. I prefer call it a workshop instead of factory is because they only have around 10 people working. Even though this type of workshop is very small, but they can make almost all type of clothes, no matter it's a t-shirt, hoodie, or down jacket. And of course, their price will be much lower than those big-scale clothing manufacturers. And she also told me that they only need half price of what I paid in the wholesale market for making exact the same t-shirt. But they have a minimum order quantity for each t-shirt, each color. She helped me find an embroidery manufacturer to make this patch. And I only spent like $20 for making 25 pieces patches. And she only charged me $15 for sewing all these patches on 25 clothes. So in total, I only spent $1.4 for using this embroidery patch solution. And if I have over 100 pieces of clothes, the total cost for each one will be even less than 80 cents. After that, we went to an embroidery manufacturer and they will help us make the embroidered logo. This solution is the most popular one that chosen by my colleagues. And indeed, the embroidery solution just make this whole t-shirt looks like a brand one that you buy from a shopping mall. This is an embroidery manufacturer, and yeah, it's quite big and very professional. And you can see over here, they are making the embroidery logo for apron, because usually apron manufacturer or clothing manufacturer, they won't have this type of machines, and they will outsource all the logo things out to other like workshop or manufacturers. I talked with the manager of this manufacturer, and I told him that we have 40 t-shirts that want to make the embroidery logo of our company. But he told me that it's really hard to make logo on the finished clothes because the finished clothes cannot put flat and fix on the machine. But finally, we still made it after adjusting the logo a little bit smaller size. We only have 40 clothes to process, so he charged us $1 for each clothes. And he told me if we have over than 200 pieces of clothes to process, they will charge less than 50 US cents for making each one. My best advice for you to make this type of embroidery logo, you'd better to ask your clothing manufacturer or your bag manufacturer to make the logo, because if you got this type of like already made clothes, then it will be very hard for the manufacturer, for the workers to fix your clothes like totally flat on the board. After settling down all things with the embroidery manufacturer, my colleague and I moved to a silk screen manufacturer to finish the rest clothes. This guy is the owner of this printing manufacturer, and now he is helping us to print some samples to let us to see if we are satisfied with the color. We want two types of color for the logo. One is white and another is orange. First, we need some tests about the color, then we start to print. Silk screen is the most common use and also the cheapest solution for printing designs on all types of products. Before we printing the designs, we have to create a printing mode first. And the printing mode usually costs around $15 to $20.
这尺寸是你们自己定的啊？这尺寸
对，我们定好了。
太小了，感觉。
我们测试过了，然后大家喜欢这种。The manufacturer charged me $15 for creating the printing mold for each design, and also charged me 80 cents for printing each t-shirt. A week later, I finally received the clothes from 3 manufacturers. I spent average price like $7 to get from the wholesale market, and plus $1 for the logo solution. And now I'm going to give all these clothes to our team members. And we write down everybody's name on each plastic bag, and it will help us to dispatch all these clothes more efficiently. For this type of quality t-shirts, you also need to spend like $30 even in the shopping mall in China. And for these hoodies, you will also need to spend at least $50. So if you want to make a very nice, very good quality t-shirt or hoodies for your team or for your private label business, this is the right way that you're gonna do for the lowest cost. Thank you for watching this video, and I got some bonus for you. I prepared 10 of t-shirts and hoodies, and I'm going to ship to you for free, no matter which corner you are from in the world. What you need to do is like and share this video and leave your height and weight in the comment. We will randomly pick 10 people, and if we have the right size for you, my colleague will reply you in the comment and we will send you the clothes. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to us. And I will see you in our next video to share you how to make another product in China.